Your overall thoughts about Texans training camp?
You know, we're getting some encouraging things, hearing them specifically about their first-round pick, Keelan Rutledge, who is going to be on the interior of the offensive line. Not sure what to expect going into training camp, a rookie going up against a fearsome pass rush defensive line like the Texans have, but he's been mean. He's been nasty. He seems to be exactly what the Texans want on that front. And got to say, lots of encouraging signs for C.J. Stroud. Of course, it's practice. A lot of this is in shorts. You got to take everything with a grain of salt, but after how poorly he looked against the Patriots, playing against the Steelers the week before, I feel a little more optimism going into this year than I had a couple of months ago, that's for sure, Nate.
Stroud going to get his deal? Is he going to get it before the end of training camp or during the season?
Look, he's doing all the right things, and at the very least, the Texans are saying they're open to it, but you can't give him that contract until you actually see how he fares in this offense year two. Is he going to get the offense to the line of scrimmage quickly? Is he going to make decisions quickly? And is he going to cut down on the head-scratching mistakes that we saw him make against the Patriots? What's his rapport going to be like with a couple of second-year receivers? Seems like he and Jaden Higgins are in much better sync than they were last year, the Texans' second-round pick from last year. Jalen Noel's been banged up. We haven't seen him at training camp, so hopefully we'll get to see Stroud and him. And, of course, we're still waiting for that first practice where Tank Dell's going all the way. We've seen him in pads, but he's been working off to the sides. He hasn't really been a part of things, but there's a lot of things to be excited about right now, and I'm not quite sipping the Kool-Aid. I'm just ready to get this season started, though.
Yeah, hang on. Let's give Tank Dell a little bit more time. I think he needs it. Finally, the Astros, 59-57. They're at the 60-56 Padres for 3 starting tonight, hanging on to a 1.5 game lead. Can they hold on to that lead and win the West?
I think they can hold on to the lead and win the West. I'm not scared of the Rangers, and the Mariners just refuse to wake up. They're like me with the snooze button. They're pressing it over and over and over again. This is one of 2 tough series the remainder of the month for the Astros. The Padres were also buyers at the trade deadline. They're a team that thinks they can beat the Dodgers. And then at the very end of the month, the Astros take on the Yankees. But they should be able to build on this American League West by the beginning of September, this lead that they have.
Paul Gallant says, also Sports Radio 610. We appreciate you, my friend. We'll catch you down the road.
Anytime, Nate. Thanks for having me on.